Hi guys, Tarkir, this time playing ORZHOV Pixie Battlefront. This is a deck I found on another creator channel, so shout out to Sway's MTG. I make a small change on this deck because I like to have a stable draw engine, so I added Phyrexian Arena. Let's review the deck. The full idea of this deck is to have control of the hand and the table, making the opponent discard and destroying or locking down the permanence of the opponent. The main flaw this deck have is versus decks who play with graveyard, so you can make some changes into that if the meta turns into too much Omniscience or Reanimator decks. We are playing the full Pixie package for Pixie, for Hopeless Nightmare, for Sunpearl Kirin, for Corroding Dragonstorm to surveil and drain life, for Momentum Breaker to control the board, to know where to run to specific moments, for copies of Scrollshift. This card is very important for the interaction with the 4 copies of Temporary Lockdown and also to draw a card. For copies of Temporary Lockdown to stop all the aggro decks. 3 Phyrexian Arena as draw engine, and because is 3 mana, you can recall it with the 4 copies of United Battlefront if you want it. The interaction of United Battlefront with the Temporary Lockdown and the other enchantments is crazy. I will show you 2 games using this deck on Mythic, but the second game versus the Celestia Rabbits is nasty. The full deck list is on the description of this video as always. Remember to like and subscribe to support this channel. Thanks, enjoy the gameplay. This is a good hand. We have the lands only, but because we have the Corroding Dragonstorm, we can surveil to find our 3rd land. Also, if you play Pixie, you can bring back again that enchantment, play it again and surveil a second time. For turn 1 is easy play, Hopeless Nightmare, and for second turn you can go Pixie and play it again, or play Dragonstorm to surveil. The second one is the best option, but I made the mistake to play the Pixie and replay the Nightmare. The opponent is playing some kind of Jeskai control deck. Now I play the Dragonstorm to find my 3rd land that I missed. We need both lands to play the Battlefront in 2 more turns. This turn I will play Phyrexian Arena to start to draw 2 cards each turn. The opponent, it looks he have no blue mana, but the stick is he has something like a Get Lost or some kind of removal. Next turn we can play United Battlefront and maybe find another arena. Okay, time to do nasty things. The stick is because the opponent have maybe another Get Lost in hand and is giving him priority if he want to cast it. Now we cast the 2 Hopeless Nightmare, making him to discard 2 cards and lose for lives. The next turn, if we can get a land, we can play Lockdown into Kirin to make him lose 8 more lives. Now he have blue mana but no cards. I will play my arena to find my land and more damage fast. I want to close the game on next turn if is possible. Now we have the lands, so we can play temporary lockdown into Kirin. This is a very nice interaction. If you have that much enchantments that make him discard or lose life, you will destroy his hand. Now we also can surveil, so we can choose again our next 2 cards, and because we have the Phyrexian Arena, we will draw both. We kill the Bessa, we surveil again, and we can repeat the lockdown plus Kirin on next turn if is needed. GG, remember, like and subscribe, the next game is the best, enjoy it. This hand is tricky because we play first, so we have only 2 cards to draw our 3rd land, so I think I will mulligan. This is much better. We can put back a land and play nice mainly because we have the Corroding Dragonstorm to surveil. The opponent is playing some kind of Celestia with frogs and rabbits maybe. We need to find our temporary lockdown as soon as possible. Because he will mostly play some creatures next turn, we can lock down everything and use the Kirin to have it back and replay it again. Same with Scrollshift. Okay, time to lock down everything to stop the damage, and for the next turn I can play the Momentum Breaker to kill more creatures. That Sheltered by Ghost was not part of my plan. He took out my temporary lockdown, so we will win to lights and we can surveil again to find some answers. Sadly, the 2 Holpus Nightmare are not the answers we need right now. Now, I will Dragonstorm again. We will win to lives and surveil to find a lockdown again. This is perfect. We need 1 more turn and we can lock everything. This guy is looking for more creatures because he used his rabbits to convoke. He will not making me a lot of damage this turn, so we are safe. Okay, time to make him rage quit maybe? Now you will see the power of Scrollshift in this deck. If we put the Momentum Breaker at the end of the triggers, the lockdown will lock everything and he will be forced to sacrifice his big creature. We do not need more lands. We need just to repeat the process a couple more times and he will lose all his life. Time to repeat all again. Locking down again. Maybe now he rage quit? We make him discard his last card. Next turn we can Scrollshift on the lockdown, unlock everything, make him lose more life and lock it again. Finally, he understood he can't win. Perfect game. Remember, like and subscribe. The deck list is on the description of the video. Thanks for watching.